All right, guys, so it's been officially 2 years since I've had my real estate license, and it's been a crazy journey in the best way, but I thought no better way to celebrate than to kind of talk about you guys, my clients. And so I have incredible reviews over the years, and I just want to kind of highlight some of my favorite ones that people have said about working with me and my team. And I think it'd be a fun way to just kind of tell some stories, because every client has a story, all good, of course. And so let's kind of go back through the history of, in the archives of the Zillow reviews, and it'll be kind of fun to go through. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first one I want to bring up is specific for YouTube because they found me on this platform. They were searching how to buy a house in Hawaii and found my initial series that I did. It was a whole series about the questions to ask of how to find a house in Hawaii. And Chris and Robbie were living in San Francisco. Chris he works for GoDaddy and he's a website designer. He was able to work remotely, and this is at the peak of COVID. So they bought a home in June of 2021. But I can tell you, this sticks out forever in my mind, and it will forever stick out in my career because they ended up purchasing a house, what was it, $1.5 million in Nu'uanu. If you guys know, that's a really nice commission check, and I never thought in my life that I would receive a check that large. And it was like the pivotal turning point in my career that, holy crap, I can do this. I can do this. I can create content on YouTube and serve people really good value to help them have the best experience in real estate. Okay, so this is what Chris had to say. He said, "We discovered Marina through one of her social media channels where she shares informative videos about buying a house in Hawaii. As first-time buyers, we felt empowered to start the process after watching her videos. We reached out to Marina via email and got a response in minutes. A day later, we started viewing houses. After a week, we were able to make a decision to place an offer on the house we love, and Marina guided us every step of the way with constant communication through text, emails, and video calls. With her amazing team, we were able to close on our dream house around 45 days from our accepted offer, and the process was clear, simple, and easy to understand because of her continued guidance. We were so lucky to have found Marina, and we felt that she had our backs, and she's very supportive of us in creating the next chapter of our lives." And I can tell you, these are the sweetest people. We've actually become friends. I invited him out to like a little festival that was going on in town, because that's one part of this too in buying and selling in Hawaii is when you move to Hawaii, you don't have any friends. You're starting over with community and a sense of place. And so they were actually originally from the Philippines, born and raised, came over to the mainland and got educated and started their careers, and then came to Hawaii. And so they're super creative people, and I love the creative scene that we have in Hawaii. And it was great to just connect with them and actually bring it outside of the transaction and build a relationship with that too. But thank you so much, Robbie and Chris, for that review. That was really sweet. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is David. So David is active duty Coast Guard, and he was referred to me through Star, who was a previous client. She's also active duty Coast Guard. And the reason I want to tell David's story is because I talk with clients like him all the time who know that they should buy, they have really good BAH, but they just don't know how to get from point A to point Z. And so luckily he had the relationship with Star at work to be like, hey, I worked with Marina and she was really great. And the thing he said that stuck out about me was that Star said, I actually stay in touch with her after closing. So I am consistently trying to find out what's going on in her life. How can I be supportive to her? I'm inviting her to client events and the beach to hang out. Whereas most realtors, or maybe not most, but like a lot of realtors, once you close, you never hear from them again. And I will never be that agent. I will always be one to make sure that you're doing good, that you still love the house, that you're really enjoying being in Hawaii. So this is what David had to say. He said, Marina was extremely helpful throughout the whole process. As a first-time buyer, she was able to break things down for me to understand so that I knew exactly what was going on the entire time. We visited multiple properties, and her honesty in reviewing each property gave me comfort and confidence while shopping for my new home. I was actually given Marina's information by one of my military coworkers who had a great experience working with Marina while buying her home here in Hawaii, and needless to say, I had the exact same experience. So David, congratulations. Again, he just closed in May of 2022, so he's still getting his feet wet, getting all situated as a first-time owner. But there's just so many questions, and I think so much lack of confidence when you're going through this process because we overcomplicate it. We think it's this big, hairy thing, but really it's 5 steps to get a home, which you guys have heard me say before. Super congrats for you. We're super excited. The next one I'm going to bring up, this was the Castro family. Quick story time about them. They actually found me on YouTube too, and they currently live in the South Bay area in California. They took a home line of credit out, a HELOC on their home, because in Santa Clara, I mean, the equity is crazy there the last 5 years, and they knew they wanted to end up in Hawaii. This is like where their heart is, where they feel called to. This is where they want to retire and really enjoy their life. And so they're taking the opportunity to invest into a property now, let it appreciate over time until they're ready to retire in about 11 years. But in the meantime, they can rent it out and have that property paid for. And so this is a story that Karen said. Marina made the buying process very easy, super smooth and stress-free. The team's professionalism, knowledge, and organization are beyond impressive. Closed on our first Aloha property in less than 45 days from the time we started viewing houses. Marina and her team deserve a 6 stars. Our overall experience was superb and highly recommended. They honestly were dream clients. And I can just tell you, her first, I think it was an email to me from YouTube, was just saying, we've watched all your videos. We love everything that you're doing. How do we get started? That was pretty much it. We want to find this property. Will you help us? And that is a dream for a realtor, to have that kind of communication from somebody. And then funny story, when we were doing the final walkthrough, I think their son's like 16 or 17 and he was on the FaceTime and he's like, can you stock our fridge with snacks when we get there? And so I was like, sure, dude. And he's like, where's the nearest boba shop? Like teenager priorities. And so instead of a traditional closing gift with like some home decor, I fully stocked their fridge and a couple grocery bags with all my favorite things for Hawaii food. So they got poke and they got kalua pork and they got snacks and like all the candies and stuff. And so it was just a great way to welcome them to Hawaii. And they're actually here right now. They're here for a month enjoying that property before they start renting it out. Super congrats to the Castro family. Thank you so much. Okay, and then I'm gonna wrap this up with my biggest super fan that I have, and she's amazing. So Candace and Daniel, we actually helped them list their property after they were having struggles to get it listed with a family member. I listed it, came in, we sold it right away, and then helped them buy the dream property simultaneously. So you are able to sell and buy at the same time. And this is what Candace had to say. Marina has far exceeded our expectations from the very beginning. Together with her diligent assistant, Christy, they are the A team. My husband, Daniel, and I had a tall order for them, and Daniel is very particular and has high expectations. So it's safe to say we are needy clients. The process of selling your home and buying a new one is very exhausting. Yet Marina is a very self-motivated, dependable professional and is always 10 steps ahead of you. Every time we needed something from her, she always responded immediately while bringing us creative solutions. She was able to sell our home in a month and found us our forever home in a month as well. In between all that busyness, the Ferris team hosted a client appreciation event at Olino Theaters, watching Top Gun while we all enjoyed the family with the kids. Marina is an excellent communicator, great at time management, and always shows us her strong follow-through, which I like especially. Never left us hanging or made us feel unimportant. I have been in sales for over 20 years, and we couldn't have asked for a better team. Having Christy by her side is the icing on the cake, and if you need a rock-solid, ethical realtor, go to Marina Tolentino with the Ferris team /EXP Realty. We absolutely love our new home. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And so mahalo to you guys for just leaving this amazing review, first of all. And funny story, their daughter just graduated high school, so they invited us to go party with them. And when we came, Daniel got up on the mic and gave us a shout out to his realtor. It was so funny, but it just goes to show when you really treat people like you care, because I do care, people notice and they take notice, and these reviews are what drive my business forward. And I want to work with more people like this. Honestly, people who connect with us and they know how hard we're working. They see the value of having my assistant, Christy, who is amazing. And then the backbone of my team behind me. So you don't just get me, you get all of us, which is about 10 agents right now. And then outside of that, you get our entire organization of expertise, which is 100 agents. And so there's so much value when you partner with the right realtor, the right person to get you into home, which we know is so important. It's where you keep your family safe and where you come home at the end of the day. It's our passion, that's all I can say. So huge shout out to my amazing clients. I wish I could go through all my Zillow reviews, plus all the stories that go with them, but you guys can read it for yourself. I'll drop the link below if you guys wanna check them out. But we're super stoked for what's to come. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be in touch soon.